Hello and welcome back to episode 9 of configuring the MM-Tek topology. And our goal today is to integrate Active Directory into our topology. So if you are familiar with doing Active Directory and you're here just for ACLs or the ASA, then you could skip and move on to the next episode. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to be sure that everything is running, and you'll notice that the two devices I actually need for this topology are not running. They traditionally have an issue starting up, and notice I have errors down here. But now if I go ahead and click on this and restart all the devices, and these will go ahead and start up, and we'll console into our ADDC here, and then I'm going to go ahead and console into our Windows 7 machine as well. And I did have a activation error here, so what I'm going to do is go to All Programs, Accessories, and we can right click here on Command Prompt, and we'll run as administrator. And you see here select administrator command prompt. And so the command we need to do here is slmgr, and we're going to do rearm. Take a minute. Down and restart the machine here. And while that one is shutting down and restarting, I'm going to come over here and log into my ADDC. Now I have a tendency to shut these down incorrectly just because I just kind of stop them and move on. You really should be shutting them down as if they were a physical machine. So the first thing we want to do here is we want to be sure that we're getting IP addresses, and in this situation here we're not. So I'm going to right click here, exactly in the right spot. Whoops. Make sure we have logins. Here, we'll open Network and Sharing Center. And we're going to go ahead and right click and go to Properties, AV4. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that did not work on that, unless that's the address we have set up over here. So we need to do, we might have set that one up. Yeah, we did. Okay, so let's keep the 30.2 over here on this one, and we'll do 30.3 on this one. And we do need this here to say 30.2 because 30.2 is the Active Directory domain controller. We don't really need to get out to the internet here, but we could just go ahead and put this as the default gateway of 30.1, and we could put a cloud to get out to the internet. Okay, so let's try this again. We'll do ipconfig here, 30.3. And the big deal here is we need to be able to ping from here to our ADDC. And that is not looking good. We may have to restart these because of having those set up on the same IP address. Or let's double check on one other thing here, since this server here we might not have turned the Windows firewall off. So go down to, okay, so those are all turned off. Oh wait, no, they're all turned on. Green is bad in this situation. So let's turn off all of these, and we'll have to come in and turn these back off again a little later. Oh, the domain network is okay, so that one's good, so we probably should be okay on that now, but we'll double check. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it'd help if I actually typed the IP address incorrectly, you think? Okay, so now we can get from 30.2 to 30.3, this is 30.3, so from 30.3 to 30.2, and from 30.2 to 30.3, and that is all functioning correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. So the dashboard usually will have, if you have multiple servers that are connected together, for ease of access, then or ease of configuration, the dashboard will show all of those. And so normally you just go to local server. Obviously we're going to check. Did we do this already? We obviously have a domain set up, which is interesting. Okay, so let's go in and change this to ADDC. And we'll do okay there. Okay, and let's go ahead and log in. And we'll need to add a service. And the other thing we want to check here while we're looking at this is if we go to networking sharing, and we go to adapter settings, and we'll go to properties, IPv4 and properties. Yes, we do need to make sure that this is set up correctly here, so it is. So that's good. Close that. This, and we'll just let this finish here. Well, let's go back over here and see if we can log back in as administrator. ahead and restart a computer to apply these changes. Let that restart. Okay, so now looking at this server is way across the world. And so let's go ahead and we're going to change this name. And so this one is the log server. So we'll just call this one log. Now, I'm going to do OK on this because I like for it to be kind of clean when I do this. So I'm going to restart this machine. So it's still in the work group at this point, and our overall goal here is to go ahead and add that to the ADDC. And it's not going to be quite as simple as just connecting it in, because you know that ADDC is over here in India and it's behind the firewall. And so what we're going to have to do here is going to have to console into the firewall. Let's do a show run just to look at our configuration. And so what we're going to have to do is we'll have to do another network object. We'll do object network, and we'll call this ADDC. And we're going to do host 192.168.30.2, I think it is. It's not repeating error here, it's not, but and then we're going to do that from inside to outside, find outside static, and let's call this one 10 dot okay, and I had an extra space in there. Okay, so let's check on one thing now. I have not gone ahead, and the reason that I actually did the in the previous episode, the reason I did the Europe ASA instead of the India ASA is that I did not want to totally close off the access control list because I need for this ADDC to be available from outside, and so that's why I did that one as an example. So now I need to go somewhere else. Okay, so we want to come back down here to our logging server because we want to join that to our domain even though it's across the network. And so the first thing we're going to have to do is to be sure that it can actually reach up to that server that we just allowed to sit outside of the firewall. And so the next piece of this is after we determine we actually do have connectivity to it, is we're going to go to our networking sharing center and adapter settings, and we'll right click on the Ethernet adapter here, and we'll go to IPv4 under properties, and a preferred DNS server is going to be 10 dot what was it, 18? I'm thinking it was 18.0.4.